Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Naruto Judge and Executioner, and yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing, this shout out is due. Shout out to Cuddlesburg the first for suggesting this idea. Now moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel and also to my other two channels as well, Potato What Ifs as well as follow Uchiha. The link will be in the description down below, so make sure you go and check them out. And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Oh, I almost forgot. A little bit of disclaimer. This may get a bit too dark. Like, yeah, as the title suggests, it is going to be dark, so yeah, stay tuned for that. And now, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins with an execution. As we see, it was held in Konoha, as Sasuke Uchiha has been executed in front of the whole elemental nations. People cheered after his neck was cleaved off from his body, as standing in the stands were Sakura Haruno and the others who were equivalently cheering on this, which was shocking. Now bring in the next prisoner and guilty one, says Tsunade Senju, as she was standing there with a serious expression. As the other prisoner was brought in, he had a bag covering his face, his hands were tied behind his back, and there were a lot of seals present on his body to make him chakra suppressed as they were present on Sasuke Uchiha's body. Take off the bag. And so it was taken off, and there stood Naruto with a serious expression and a rageful one. Do you have anything to say to the people? I hope all of you wrote down rot in deepest pit of hell. And mark my words, if I get a chance, I will have my revenge. And that is why we're making sure that you don't. You, alike with Sasuke Uchiha, have become the most strongest and worrisome creature on this world. You are the Jinchuriki of all the Bijus. And because of that, you cannot allow to be lived, since you are the biggest threat to Konoha and the rest of the elemental nation. Sorry, Naruto, but this is for the best. No, this is for your own greed, isn't it? And so, Naruto was lowered down and executed as he watched people celebrate. But he was enraged. Konoha and the elemental nations thought that they had done it, and they are finally free. But all things went down to hell when 10 years later all the Bijus were revived. And not only that, turns out they have revived the Shinju itself and made an alliance of the 10 Bijus. And all the 10 Bijus brought hell upon the earth itself. Everyone was brutally butchered down, hunted and killed. They thought that it was going to end, and all of their souls went straight in front of Kami, Yami and Shinigami. The Kages were made standing in front of their own people. What is going on? Why are we here? Silence! You all will be judged. It is time for your judgment now. Kami-sama, Yami-sama, and Shinigami-sama, we haven't done anything wrong. We have done nothing wrong. So what's there for us to be judged about? Everything will be explained. There's no need to hurry. Then when can we begin? You will be judged, but not by us, by those two. As two souls appeared, holding a huge, thick register in one's hand, while the other one held an X. As these two were Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki. Both had wings on their back. Meet our new angels as well as assistants, Naruto Uzumaki as well as Sasuke Uchiha. Both of them have helped us a lot and are our trusted associates. Hello everyone, said Naruto with a smile on his face as his eyes were narrowed a bit. I hope this will be nothing too much for you, because this is going to be an honest judgment. And at that very moment, every one of them knew they were screwed, because there was nothing in this world or heaven that was going to stop these two from taking revenge on them. Naruto, Sasuke, look, what happened in the past is... You're talking. Let the jury speak first. What are you talking about, Sasuke-kun? Said Sakura. I am the executioner. He is the judge. So it is our duty to uphold the justice and to judge properly where you are going to go. I would like to begin with firstly two people. And those two are the Ichiraku Ramen stand people. Ayame and Tenuichi-san. As both of them stood forward. Yes, both of you are free to go back to heaven. Thank you. And then the only two people who stood by our side. Gaara and Sensei. As Kakashi Hatake took a step forward, looking down. You don't need to look upset, Kakashi, said Sasuke. Can't you see? We're having our revenge. I should have been able to protect you back then. You were drugged by the very people you trusted and sealed away in a chamber. How did you... We found out everything after we arrived here, said Sasuke to him, as Naruto nodded. As Kakashi with tearful eyes went inside, and then Gaara looked towards him. I'm sorry, Naruto. I know, Gaara. You were not there. It was Temari, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was Gaara there. Do you think Kami's eyes lie then, Temari? Said Sasuke. Kami-sama. Yes, Sasuke. This girl over here says that your eyes lie. Is that so? What is the befitting punishment, Naruto? Erasure from this very heaven. Not even hell shall accept her. She is to be erased from the soul history itself. Do it then. Wait, no, please. You can't do this, Gaara. Do something. No. Everyone here is on their own, right? To be judged fairly. Yes, Gaara. Go to heaven. No, Gaara, you can't do this to me. I did this for everyone. For you. No. I was against it. But you had to go behind my back and do this, didn't you? Now face what you have done. And so, Temari's soul, in agony, burned away, being erased from existence. What did you do, Sasuke? Why did you do that? Silence. I am the executioner. You cannot speak to me like this. Enough, Sasuke. Let's begin now. Now that those who were innocents have been taken care of, the civilians who cheered on now. All of you to the deepest pits of hell. Eternal torture, no salvation. What do you think, Kami-sama? Yami-sama and Shinigami-sama. This is balanced favoritism. No, this is justice, said Yami. Agreed. And the three sisters agreed, and as soon as they did, the gates of hell opened from the floor they were standing on, as they all fell down to the deepest pits of hell that tore them to shreds. And there screams and agonies could be heard as the gates of hell closed. That was the first stage of hell, the deepest pits of it even. Now, the whole new hell, which was specifically created for you people, will be opened. But not before the justice have been served. What are you talking about, Naruto? This is not justice. This is injustice. You're telling us what justice and injustice is, Tsunade Senju. You, who has butchered down her own self-proclaimed son in the name of peace and justice. I regret it. People were the ones who pressured me. It was the Konoha. You punished them already. No. You were the leader. You shall be punished as well. Tsunade Senju, you can earn your freedom back if you are able to get this key out of this bowl filled with this liquid. What is that? Is that acid? Yes. As Tsunade, with a snap of finger, turned into human. You don't have any chakra or healing ability. You have to grab it and pick it out. And you have 1 minute. Is that agreed upon, Kami-sama, Yami-sama, Shinigami-sama? Of course. And if you're not able to do that, Sasuke over here will cleave your neck off and send you down to the pits of hell, where you, in that form and pain, will suffer the new agonies that await you there. I accept. But what will happen if I succeed? You will go to the heaven. That is the key to your heaven. And so, as the timer went off, Tsunade put her hand straight down and grabbed the key. But as soon as she was about to pull out, her whole arm disintegrated. Grabbing the stump that was there, she let out a howling screech. It burns! It burns so bad! Help me! Please! Someone! Is that so? That's a shame. Sasuke? Wait. I still have another arm, right? Give me another chance. And so, Tsunade tried her other arm. And this time, she almost had it until it disintegrated. Her hand, while the rest of the arm burned away, and she was on the ground, while the others watched in fear what was happening. You seem to fail, Tsunade. No, I still have my mouth. I can grab it. And Tsunade tried. But as soon as she did, she was burned to crisp. I mean, dissolved, more like it. And then, almost like a skeletal figure, she was in agony and still alive. How am I not dead? Told you. Eternal life and suffering here. As Sasuke cleaved her neck off with his black axe that he was carrying, sending her to the new bits of hell that had a sound of howling sun itself. And it was like one person being thrown into literal sun's core itself, that burning hot. And there she had to do intense labor, otherwise she would be whipped. Now, on to the next person. And one after the other, the Kages in this manner were sent down, except for Gaara, who had gone already to heaven. And after they were done, the others were terrified already. Next we begin with the council members. One after the others, the council members were sent down in the most brutal and horrific manner one could imagine. And then, it was finally the turn of the rest of the Konoha 11. Neji was the first one to say, Naruto, you gave me hope. You lost your own hope. You can't do this. That will be hypocrisy. What do you think, Sasuke? He is kind of right, but he is saying that after you saved him, he tried to kill you. And he did. So who is the hypocrite here, Naruto? You should repay the favor, right? In this sense. I mean, you tried to save him and he tried to kill you. Now, you should try to kill him and maybe he should try to save you. To even the odds out, if that makes any sense. It's too confusing, Sasuke. But I guess you're right. Guilty. What? Guilty. You're going to be living in the world of pain for the rest of eternity. Until your head explodes. His body was frozen in ice cube. And his cursed seal was returned. No, not again. And then, it was activated on full blast. Eternal suffering until the blood came out of his eyelids, nose, as well as ears. Again and again and again for eternity. One after the other, it was Hinata. No, Naruto-kun, shut up. You don't deserve to call me that. I'm sorry, Kami-sama might have gotten a bit emotional. Because this wench over here proposed her love to me. Claimed that she loved me my whole life, and in the end threw me away. I was afraid. Oh, so you were, huh? Then your hell will be a disappointment. A disappointment, Hinata. Hinata at first thought it would be better and was thrown into her hell. But there she was beaten, abused, as well as cursed upon by literally everyone in the whole elemental nation, including her mother, who used to love her, and that was her torment for eternity. Being cursed out by the very people she joined and thought had loved her. And then came Sakura. Sasuke literally stabbed her across the forehead with his axe. Guilty. Yeah, I guess you're right. What will be her torture? She will be hearing the screams, the banshee screams, for eternity until her skull explodes, and then it will start all over again. While her back will be continuously drilled with the most rustiest drill ever to break her spine. And that was her torture. and one after the other, it was Tenten, who by her own weapons have become her own practice wooden stump, and was abused and killed again and again, and brutally in this manner, her suffering. And then Shikamaru and Choji. Those two, utter disappointments again, but not that much of guilty, because they chose to stay silent. Guilty, yes, but not to the extent the others were, because they weren't cheering. They just looked at Naruto and looked down, as if they were ashamed because they couldn't do anything. Even Choji did. You two are disappointments. Your punishment is to not go anywhere. You'll be stuck here for eternity. What? You heard me. You don't belong in heaven or hell. You belong in nothing. Because that is what you are. I understand, said Shikamaru, because he realized this was a sort of mercy from Naruto, as well as a punishment. Because being stuck here for eternity, that in itself was a punishment in its own right, and yet a mercy in its own right for what he has, alongside with Sasuke, done to the others. And then, finally, they were dealt with everyone. Everyone is dealt. The elemental nation is cleared. Good. Now up to you two. Where do you wish to reside? Watch them burn in hell or go to your family? How about both? We go with our family in heaven and watch from there. Good idea. And so that is what they did. Everyone in the hell was capable of seeing those in heaven, as Naruto and Sasuke with a golden glow glass of wine stood there with their family, smiling and smirking down at them, while the rest of them burned, because they were the jury and the executioner here, and nobody could get away from them and their justice. They begged, screamed for mercy, but none was given. Even Jiraiya, who stood in the heaven, watched this as Tsunade burned. Even her own family did, and this was utterly disappointed at her, and that killed Tsunade more than anything. A was happy, although, because his father was there suffering, but his father tried to sell him to the literal demons there just to get out, and that broke A, because in hell nobody was your relative. Everyone was there for their own sins and wanted to get out because of that. So, you were nothing more than a cash-in bargaining chip if you were too trying to act innocent. Everyone picked up on that too quickly. And that is how the story of the elemental nations came to an end, being judged and executed. As this is where I will be leaving the story of, guys. I know it is quite short, but to be honest, it was too dark. I, even for myself, couldn't make it too dark. So yeah, I thought maybe I sum it up here. And tomorrow, who knows? I have an idea written down, like, a little bit spoiler. It's regarding Chainsaw Man, but I'm trying to integrate it into Naruto verse, like how I did today with Wolverine on Apologia channel. Like, make it into a myth or a legend or something like that, like integrate it completely, so to the other anime it won't have any connection in this way. Because to be honest, I kind of did not want the Chainsaw Man, aside from just reading a few chapters when it came out, the manga I mean. So yeah, do let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Otherwise, I will come up with something by tomorrow and upload the movie here. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.